What's up, everybody? So, there seems to be a lot of people who are upset about this whole Cecil the Lion thing, um, who was shot by Walter Palmer, and this person was, dentist and a big game hunter. And I can understand why some people would be upset, if a certain animal was killed on a special refuge or something like that, where they were, intentionally trying to keep animals preserved. But just the concept that people are getting so enraged about of a single animal dying just because it's a bigger animal, it still always it always just strikes me as so strange how abstracted people are from nature. Because large animals have been dying for quite a long time, since before people were around, and those same large animals also happen to kill other large animals. Um, I wonder how many large animals that lion killed over the course of its life, possibly including maybe other lions. Who knows? It was quite old, I think almost 12 years old, if not a little older around that age. So it's one of those things where people get really abstracted from reality in terms of things living and eating and dying and regrowing and so on and so forth as far as existence goes. And some people are like, oh, well, you didn't have to do this. It's like, okay, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to live in a house that displaces thousands to hundreds of thousands of organisms. Um, you don't have to go and eat factory farmed animals that you get when you go grocery shopping. Um, you don't have to drive cars. You don't have to have bikes, and all those things required factories, which displaced thousands to hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of different types of creatures and killed them off. So the thing is that everybody lives in modernity and they reap the benefits of it, but they have distanced themselves empathetically and logically from the situations. And it's one of those things. It's just like, okay, seriously, there are literally children being drone striked or stricken, you could say, in the Middle East. There are people being murdered by police every day, and of course, the media can use the death of a lion as a distraction while all this other stuff's going on. That's the real upsetting part, is that there are real harms going against human beings, and the media gets to use this as a distraction for the government so it can go and continue to pass laws and bomb schools and weddings, and children and families, and that's the crazy part, So, it can be sad in the sense of like, oh, you think about the line because it's in your brain, but that's just Dunbar's number in psychology. That's just, your people have a limit to how much they can give empathetically, because people don't feel the pain of every suffering child in the world, child in the world. They don't feel the pain of every suffering animal, and they certainly don't live uh, like as if that matters to them. If you look at what people wear, what they buy, what they eat, any person who really is upset about this, if you were to sit there and go through the chain of what it took to have what they have, you know, they would be a criminal under their own standards. So I hate that hypocrisy, but I hope people are realizing that it's just a distraction from the stuff that matters, which is that governments across the world are murdering people, enslaving people, putting people in debt, and destroying the whole next generation. So take care, everyone. I'll talk to you later.